what's poppin'? Just like, ooh, what's poppin'? I like you, what's
So this is day one of week one, and what we will be doing is that we are going to start. This is so okay. We are literally going to start by doing the first activity that we set our minds to. So I woke up this morning, I cleaned my room, and it looks really tidy, really neat. I normally like sitting on the floor when I am just like eating or like reading or doing something. It's kind of a bit grounding for me, and I like that. So we're going to start with the first activity of the day, which is reading a book for 15 minutes, and we will be doing this together. So let's get started. Now, since we have actually read the book, I'm going to talk about something that I really learned in this chapter, which is the knowing doing gap. Basically, it talks about the knowing doing gap when you know what's actually best for you and that what you should actually do in order to get the best life that you have, but you just don't do it. Why do we do this? Because human beings are built to just avoid the pain and just to seek comfort in whatever way they have. So they are built in a way that they have to avoid the pain, which is why you don't really do a lot of things that you're actually looking to do. So in order to overcome this, you just have to overcome the resistance that comes along with it. Take small steps, do the things that you actually want to work for, and change your mindset. Alter your perception from I'm going to get pain if I do this thing to what about the pain that I'm going to feel when I don't really do this thing. So this is what Brian actually talks about in this book. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Brianna talks about in this book, in this chapter, and I think we should all think about it because this is something that's also very crucial for the challenges that we're doing. Because if this challenge is hard, because you're actually pushing yourself to do the things that you actually have to do, like reading and all that, which you don't really have to do. It's giving you pain in the sense that it's, bonding you to a schedule, but you also know it's good for you. So keep pushing your limits and we'll go small and ultimately we'll find a way. Just thank yourselves for the force that's in you, that's guiding you to be your best self. I am healing. I am amazing. I am wonderful. I am an amazing person. So basically, I oiled my hair, and while doing that, I listened to the affirmations. The only thing is, I'm actually shooting from my phone, and the affirmations are also on my phone, which is why I cannot really film it while I'm doing it. But I just want to film nonetheless because I just wanted to convey what I've been doing, and I've just been oiling my hair after I did my meditation. And while doing that, I was just listening to these affirmations. And yes, so just an example of you can do this even when you're doing something else. Normally, the meditation I listen to is this, and it normally goes like the woman says, I am amazing. And I go like, I am amazing. I am unique. I am beautiful. Something like that. Okay, so after everything, after reading a bit, having my lunch, I am going to go out with a friend for a Diwali celebration. Let's see how it goes. And this is just my outfit. It's a beige t-shirt with black denim and black pants. And these are just like some accessories that I like to use. I recently bought them. They look really nice. And let's get started with our trip. वैसे भी बहुत लेट हो गई, so without any further ado, so I just read my book, which was the first thing that I wanted to do. I don't wait. Let me just turn the fan off, or should I not? Let's keep it that. It's okay. I think my voice is audible enough. So basically, today I read the chapter 101 things that you can think about than whatever's consuming you. And there were 101 things written down here that you can actually think about than whatever the hell you're thinking about that's consuming you. And I cannot go over all of them, but a few of them that I thought were really a bit of a highlight to me was that you can envision the way it will feel to have the life you want. You can envision the place, like exactly all the details, like the place you will live, the food you will eat, the kind of bed sheet you will have, the kind of people you will be with. And then you can work on yourself. You can think of the parts of yourself that you need to work on, not because someone else doesn't like them, but because you know that you can change and you can do better for your own self. And then the last one, which I really liked, there were other things as well. Like you can think about what you actually admire the most in people. You can think about what you dislike the most in people. Fun fact: this is the thing that you most like about yourself, and the thing that you most dislike in other people is what like you actually dislike the most about yourself. And the last one was what your most fully realized self is like. How would they think? How would your best self think? What they will be grateful for? What would they love? And the most important step to being the person you want to be is to actually do things that would make you like them. It's basically just like एकदम details when you have to really imagine what they would be like, and then you could just do things that they do, which is how you actually are closer to the person that they were. So yeah, that was my 15 minutes for today, and we will move on to our meditation. So after everything, मैं भाग रही हूँ कॉलेज जाने के लिए, and क्योंकि today I have lectures, मैं जाऊँ नहीं आज. So let's go to my college. For breakfast, I actually had some cereal with milk, and I had bread and jam. So अभी college जाते हैं. I will come back and then I'll have lunch. But that's the plan. Okay, so day 3. So today I woke up and I read a book and I had tea. And after I had that, I had like my online classes. So I was taking that, and then I had this one tarot session. This was my first time trying it like one-on-one, and it was so good because the person I did it with, she was so brilliant about everything, and she was like so spot on. So that lasted for like about half an hour or an hour. And after I did that, I was so overall na today, जैसे ही I woke up, I was not at all feeling like I really want to work out and I really want to do anything. But then I just pushed myself to read the book, and then there were so many things, and after all of those things, I did not even feel like, like getting off my bed. I slept again, and I was chilling, I was scrolling on my Instagram, and then I was like, you know what, stop. I need to go grab some lunch because I was hungry. And then I had lunch, and then I was like, oh, I'm so full, and I started scrolling again. And so after that, I was like, you know what, I need to push myself really to just get up and do something. So I got up, I had shower, and that's why this is like the new fit. I had my shower, and now I'm going to do some puja. After that, I'm thinking of doing my vision board. As I said in the last video, I did not do the vision board. So I'm going to do the vision board now. So मेरा meditation हो चुका है, मैंने पूजा भी कर ली है. After my puja and meditation, I would like to work out now. So I'm just going to work out and then vision board. Also, so I colored this and I built the whole thing. I have like 3 more of these. I don't really want all of them to be quite seen because I just believe in the fact that evil eye and stuff. So this is just the first one. It is very you can say that it's very like it doesn't give you a lot of details about what like the dream is, but it's something that I know for myself, so that's good. Anyways, so that was our activity for the vision board. I'm just going to put this up on the wall right there, and then we'll see what to do next. Okay, so I'm going back. I just came back from work, and this is so tiring. आज का दिन इतना बोला था because it was raining the whole time, and it's kind of cold. So it's not even raining; it's freezing rain. जिसमें बर्फ गिरती है. But anyways, so I didn't get time to do any of our daily activities today because I had really early job, and I came back and now it's 6:15. But I have to do those things, so I feel like I'm going to do that. I also have a workshop at 6:30. So I don't know what I'm gonna accomplish, but कर लेंगे कुछ ना कुछ. ओके सो बड़े ही दुख से मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि मेरा डे 4 एक्चुअली वॉज अ फेलियर बिकॉज ऑन माई डे 4 वॉट हैपन वॉज मेरा सुबह बहुत अर्ली जॉब था सो I woke up at like 6:30. I got ready for my job and I left. And उसके बाद ये हुआ that when I came back at like around शाम के 6:15ish, I came back and I had a workshop online that I had to attend, which was like from 6:30 to 8. So I had no time to literally relax myself, and मैं तुरंत वो workshop के लिए बैठ गई. After that, I did some work that was important that I had to submit that day. So I did a bit of that and I was so tired. I was like, I need to have dinner. मैंने dinner खाया and then I was just like, okay, for like half an hour I need to relax myself. And मैं बैठी हुई हूँ and मैं लेटी हुई हूँ and I don't know how I just fell asleep because I was so tired. So day 4 was just not it. However, what I'm thinking to compensate for that day, probably I should add one more day so that the week. So probably I should add one more day so that like the challenge is completed. But I didn't want to just like edit everything and put it in as 7 day because I wanted to stay true to myself and I kind of wanted to actually do this. And I just want to document that even when you do this, there might be days when you're so tired, or there might be days when you have work and accidents like this would happen, and it's okay to fail. But what matters in the end is that you actually stay consistent and do that. So I'm going to add one more day. And so today is day 5 of the challenge, and we will be starting with reading. I'm going to go grab a cup of tea and then we can read. Read this if you don't know what you are doing with your life. It's a very small chapter. Okay, so this is day 5 and today we are going to be reading another chapter of 101 essays that will change the way you think. So let's go. Also, I've got my calming chai with me as usual. And today we will be working on the chapter. Okay, so this chapter is basically about if you don't know what you're doing with your life, it's completely okay. And so this chapter gives me a lot of mixed feelings, to be very honest. It's like, so basically the author here is saying that none of us know what we're actually going to do with our lives, which is kind of true. Like, we can never predict what our future is going to be. If I want to be an engineer today, okay, so now that the sound has been perished, I can talk again. So basically the author is saying that nobody knows what's actually going to happen with your life. You can never predict it, which is true. But she is also saying that, but then she also says that you owe nothing to your younger self. You owe everything to the adult that you are today, which is also something that I deeply agree with. And she says that, you know, when we were little, we wanted a lot of things. Like, for example, I wanted to be a pilot, you know, and you just, right now I'm not. So she says that Do you know why you don't have the things that you once wanted? It's because you didn't want them enough for yourself. And if you did want them enough, right now you would have it. Hello and welcome to day 6 of working to be the best version of ourselves before 2024. This is week 1, day 6, and today is also Dhanteras. So wishing a happy Dhanteras to everyone watching this video. My voice, what is wrong? Okay. So let's start our morning rituals by reading a book and having some tea. Okay. So in today's chapter, we read what emotionally strong people don't do. Some of the things that the author talks about here is that emotionally strong people do not complain a lot. It is because when we complain a lot to someone, this is something new to me as well, we tend to, what is going on in our mind is that we want the other person to validate the pain and validate how big the problem is, which is not the solution to a problem. They don't filter out certain aspects of an experience to catastrophize it. People who only think of worst case scenarios usually don't have the confidence that they can take care of themselves when something bad actually happens, and they lose out on the best in the process. Personally, I am someone who comes up with the worst case scenarios whenever something is happening in my life, and this is something which is eye opening to me. And this is how I'm going to try to go to the root cause of this and see what's going on. And the last one is that they do not assume that there's always the way their life will be. They'll always be conscious of the fact that their feelings are temporary, be it good or bad. So when they actually get some bad feelings, they're letting go of them easily as compared to an emotionally dumb person, and that's their strength. So that's what we learned today. Stay tuned for more. Hi everyone, so welcome to day 7, and today is the last day of this 1 week challenge. And today I'm just so excited to say that it's the last day of this challenge, knowing full well that we're gonna have to continue the same thing, but it's just like different variations of it. But I'm just glad that I made it till the 7th day. Also today we are going to be doing things that we haven't done yet. So I'm going to sit with myself today and journal while I do all the other things that we plan to do. So let's start by doing that first, and then we'll move on. I also have a lot of cleaning to do, and I have some Diwali shopping to do. So in this chapter, we basically learned about 10 things that we misunderstand about our own emotions, and there were 10 beautiful things in there. Some things that were actually highlighted to me was that fear does not mean that you want to escape from that thing. It essentially means that you're interested in it. So if you're afraid of something, a part of you really wants to investigate, and just like a part of you wants to really know more about that thing, because they feel as though if you feel that thing, if you are a part of that experience, it is essential and vital to you. Also, another thing that I found very helpful was that emotions can predict the future, or in other words, your gut feelings are real, because a study at Columbia University actually said that people who trust their emotions are more likely to predict the future outcomes, because you're tapping into your emotions regularly, and that's how you can actually tap into your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is a lot more informative, so that's how you can just predict better. And the last one was that stress is the most dangerous emotion. When we say self-care, it's not about pampering ourselves. It's actually essential and vital for our survival, because stress is actually very dangerous, and we tend to just ignore it because it's become mainstream that, yeah, I'm just stressed. And that's just like, people just say it normally and everyone gets away with it, but it's actually not good, because stress is indirectly or directly one of the main causes of top death causes in the world, like accidents or heart attacks or suicides, something like that, right? Oh, and the last one, you cannot selectively numb your emotions. If you are numbing yourself to not feel sad or to not feel angry, you're also numbing yourself to the whole experience. So if you numb yourself to one emotion, you're not going to be able to experience another emotion. So if you numb yourself to sadness, you're numbing yourself to joy, to to happiness to gratitude, right? So better to experience everything rather than to numb everything. So I just finished journaling and I sat with myself, and everything was just so great. The only thing left now is working out, which I will be doing soon enough. I just need to clean my room first. So basically, I am ready to go to my work, and this is the first time I've actually dressed up in something traditional for work. So let's go for work. Hi, happy Diwali to everyone watching this, and this is day 8, which is officially the end of day 7. Today is Diwali, and so what I'm going to do is actually wait, I'm going to set this camera right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just not follow anything today. It's a cheat day for me because it's festive season, and I just wanted to update on what I did today. I woke up, I got dressed because today is again Diwali, and I'm going to a temple. I'm gonna come back, thodi rangoli karenge, we're gonna have some diyas, and then we have a party today. Also, I really want to not work because it's festive season. I never work on that day. And after this, or maybe today if I get time, or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to film a video on what we're going to do for the next week, and it will kind of be like a new guide for us. So yes, stay tuned. Enjoy your day to everyone watching this video, and take care.